On the last 48 hours, though, do you support what Hamas launched on Saturday morning?
Well, this is not the right question, Louis. Really, the right
it's
question.
It's an important question.
No, it is not an important question because
whether you support their action or not is an important question.
No. It is not an important question. Hamas is a group, is a militant group. You're talking with the Palestinian representative. Our position is very well known and clear.
And what is that? Do you support Hamas's actions?
And then you cannot equate. This is not about support or not support. I am here to represent my people, the Palestinian people, what they are going through. I'm not here to condemn anybody. And if anybody that needs to be condemned, it's what you call the only democracy in the Middle East, that is Israel, between parentheses, that is doing what you have just reported, targeting civilians. And this has not just happened the last 48 hours.
Hamas was just targeting Palestinians, but you won't condemn that.
I'll tell you one thing. Hamas is not the Palestinian government, okay? The Israeli government is giving orders for its organized army. So please don't draw any symmetry here. Don't equate. There is no way you can draw any symmetry. And don't equate between the occupied and the occupier. This doesn't serve justice to understand for your audience and viewers the real situation. Since Israel's establishment, it has had one military doctrine. When it fights, it goes and fights civilians, kill civilians, so they pressure the fighters. Since 1948, and go back to the record, and this has been repeated in Gaza and will continue to be repeated. So the conversation is not a blame game. I am not in the business of blaming the victim here. The real conversation is how do we stop this vicious, deadly cycle?
You just condemned Israel for killing civilians, and you won't condemn Hamas for killing civilians.
How many times you have interviewed Israeli officials, Louise? Hundreds of times. Hundreds of times. How many times Israel have committed war crimes right live on your own cameras? Do you start by asking them to condemn themselves? Have you? You don't. You don't. No, I'll answer that question. You don't. You know why I refuse to answer this question? Because I refuse the premise of it. Because at the very heart of it is misrepresentation of the whole thing. Because it's the Palestinians that are always expected to condemn themselves. I mean, come on, this is a political conflict. We have been denied our rights for a long time. So this is the wrong starting point. The right starting point is to focus on the root causes, is to try and get out of this extreme dark tunnel, as opposed to this business by BBC and the mainstream media for 75 years. You bring us here whenever there are Israelis who are killed. Did you bring me here when many Palestinians in the West Bank, more than 200 over the last few months? Do you invite me when there is such Israeli provocations in Jerusalem and elsewhere? Because what Israelis have seen, which we started by saying tragic, the last 48 hours, the Palestinians see every day for the last 50 years. You know the situation in Gaza, you've just described it. This is the biggest open-air prison. Those people, 2 million, have been taken hostage by Israel for the last 16 years. So I'm saying this just to say, Louise, perhaps this is about time we abandon this rhetoric, very dangerous, this framework, and we start giving people the real ugly truth sometimes.
What is the solution in your eyes?
International law. That's it.
What does that mean?
The equal application of international resolutions and law and legitimacy, as you did in Ukraine. Would you bring the Ukrainian ambassador here and start asking him to condemn some of his fighters? We need to fully and equally apply the rules that were created by the League of Nations after the horrors of the Second World War. We need to make sure that Israel is not the exception. It has been for the last 75 years. We need to make sure that nobody is above the law. Britain is renowned, Louise, for the rule of law. I think that's the solution. Israel is an occupying force. It is responsible to provide protection for the people under its occupation. And should they commit crimes and crimes against humanity in the coming hours and weeks, it must be held accountable by the international community and the international judicial system.
Sam Zomlot, thank you very much for coming on the programme. Thank you.
Well, shalom.
In the last 48 hours, though, do you support...
Shalom. Well, first, I want to give all the praise and the glory to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem, Makar Kodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. This is a quick one. As you can see, the triumphing of the wicked is sure, and the joy of the hypocrite media but for a moment. And this is how mainstream media behaves. Now, this interview was taken a couple of weeks ago, actually. All right. So we are 2 weeks. We are about 12 days ago. So we're 12 days into the siege on Gaza right now by the Israelis, by the Edomites. And since this interview, as we've all seen, they've totally leveled Gaza, these devils. But this is how the devil operates, and this is his mainstream media. This is how the mainstream media operates for these devils, because these devils control the mainstream media. This is why I called this today's edification, the triumphing of the wicked is short and the joy of hypocrite media but for a moment. Now, I've said this before and I say it again, we ain't got no dog in this fight, because we are the true children of Israel. We are the true owners and inheritors of the land of Israel, the promised land that's a lot larger than what the land that they're fighting over right now. And we know that when the Lord comes back, he's going to reestablish the kingdom of heaven in the promised land, and he's going to reestablish his people, his chosen people, the true children of Israel, the true Hebrew Israelites, back to the promised land. So we know that. So we ain't got no dog in this fight. But when we see the wicked, we understand. We understand who Esau is. Esau truly is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. This is why I say they're all complicit in their wickedness. All complicit in their wickedness. So I'm just going to bring out quick precept. And I'm going to shut this down. So bring out one precept here. Just really wanted you to bring this to the forefront, just to make you understand how wicked. It's not just the elites. It's the Esau, the Edomites that work in the media, that work for their masters. They're all complicit in their wickedness. They're all complicit in what Israel is doing, and they're all condoning what Israel is doing. Every single one of them. Job chapter 21. I'll read out a few from here. It says, Job says God will deal with the wicked, and he will deal with the wicked. So we know that. We understand that totally, that the Most High is coming to deal with the wicked. And we know who the wicked are. The wicked are Esau, the Edomites, the people that are going around calling themselves Israelis and Europeans. They're all the same people. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. They are the descendants of Esau, right? So it says here, but Job answered and said, hear diligently my speech, and let this be your consolation, right? This is the consolation for us, for the children of Israel, for the elect of Israel, right? Because the Most High is coming to deal with these people. He's coming to deal with these nations, and he's going to start with the wicked of the nations, which are the Edomites, the people that are masquerading around calling themselves Europeans, right? So our consolation is the scriptures, the understanding of the scriptures through the powers of the Holy Spirit in the name of Yahweh, Mahashem Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. That's our consolation, that we know their end. We know they are the wicked. We know we are God's chosen people, the elect, and we understand that we're not going to receive this consolation until the end. So we've got to bear the wicked, the hypocritical, corrupt wicked, what they're doing, right? So it says, suffer me that I may speak, and after that I have spoken, mock on. As for me, is my complaint to man, and if it were so, why should my spirit be troubled? All right. Mark me and be astonished, and lay your hand upon your mouth. Even when I remembered, I am afraid, and trembling taketh hold of my flesh. Because when we remember the things that this devil has done, man, it does make us, we start to trembling. When I say we start to tremble because we think this man has got there's no line that he won't cross. There's no wickedness that he won't perpetrate. All right. It says, wherefore do the wicked live, and they become old? And we see that, yea, and they are mighty in power. They are the rulers of the world. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They are mighty in power. Why are they mighty in power? Because the Most High gave this place to them to rule until he sends his son, until he comes. Right? The earth, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges. Who are the judges? The true children of Israel. Right? Starting with Yahushai, going down. Thereof, and if not, where and who is he? So who's the main judge? The main judge is the Lord, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. How did they cover his face? They gave you white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired devil Jesus. That's what they did. All right? So like, 1 second from me. Sorry about that. So let's just quickly go back to here. So it says here, it says, even when I remember, I am afraid, and trembling taketh hold of my flesh. Wherefore do the wicked live? They become old, yea, are the mighty in old. They become old, yea, and are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight with them, and their offsprings before their eyes, right? Because they're living it up. This is Esau's. This is his last hurrah. Their houses are safe from fear. That's the wicked Esau's. See, no one's bombing the Israelis' houses and buildings and shopping centers and synagogues and leisure centers and estates and projects and public buildings and libraries and cinema. But they're doing it to the Palestinians because they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. Not yet. The Most High is giving them that. You know, you say you give somebody a piece of rope and you want to see how much rope you want to take, how much length of the rope you want to take. The Most High is giving them a rope. And all they're doing is going to hang themselves. Ultimately, they're going to be hanging themselves with it. Their bull gendereth and faileth not. They cow calveth and casteth not her calf, right? Everything's good for these devils. They send forth their little ones like a flock and their children dance, right? They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ, right? Esau's living it up, but this is his last hurrah, and he knows it, right? And you got to think of all the Edomite countries that they're living it up, that where they got the timbrel and the harp, and they're rejoicing, and they got the sound of the organ, they got their theaters, their cinemas, their football stadiums, their basketball stadiums, their what do you call it? Their rugby stadiums. They've got their leisure centers. They've got their shopping centers. They've got their shopping malls, retail parks, libraries, museums, arts museums. Everything's going well for them. But this is their end. They spend their days in wealth. This is why they can talk so boldly when they're interviewing people that they're murdering, that they can talk so wickedly, right? They spend their days in wealth because they're in power. And in a moment go down to the grave. Therefore, they say unto the Most High, depart from us. Because they don't believe in the Most High. They don't believe in God. These devils do not believe in God. The wicked of the Bible, the Edomites, the so-called Europeans, the so-called white man, they do not believe in God. And the ones of them that do, they are more than likely, they are not Edomites. They go back to another nation. They just look like Esau. So therefore they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. They don't believe in righteousness and justice. They don't need the Most High's knowledge. This is why the immorality of this man, you think about this man. This man is pushing this LGBTQ plus agenda across the whole world. He has no morals. He doesn't want to hear the knowledge of God. He doesn't want to know what are the clean foods that we should be eating and what are the unclean foods that we should be eating. What are the laws, commands, statutes that we should be trying to follow in the name of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua? Because they don't believe in God. They like the idea of the Bible. They like to put on the back of the US dollar, in God we trust, but they don't trust in the Most High. They trust in their wealth, their military, and their power. And the Most High is coming to show them that all that trust they put in their wickedness, He's going to take it apart in a terrifying manner. So they say, therefore, they say unto the Most High, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. What is the Almighty? This is what they think. This is why they can be bombing Gaza indiscriminately and don't give a shit about the people that they're murdering, the children. Half of the people that they've killed in Gaza are women and children, pregnant women, children, babies. They don't give a shit because they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And I say again, we don't have no dog in this fight because we know both parties are not going to be in the land when the Lord comes back to establish the kingdom of heaven. But we understand and we identify the wicked when we see them in action. We know Esau, the so-called white man, is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And with his every action and speech and boastful, prideful speech that he makes, the things that he does with the machineries that he controls the media. So he gets all of these white presentators to come and to ask all of the wrong questions and to pressure to pressure the oppressed to bow down to them And to say, oh yeah, we were wrong, we were wrong, we were wrong. Oh, you're right, master. Oh Esau, my master, you were so right, and we were wrong. And we'll do anything to please you. And to demonize the people that they're interviewing. They want to demonize them. So the whole world say, look, you see, they are demons. You see, look, see, look. He loves Hamas. We ain't supporting Hamas. We ain't supporting anyone in this war, but we understand wickedness when we see it. And what these Arabs have to understand is that the Edomites, the so-called white man, is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And this is maybe what it's going to take for them to truly understand that this devil is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. And he don't believe in the Most High. But this is what they say. They say, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Because they are not the children of God. And they don't believe in the Most High. They pretend to be the children of the Most High. They assume the identity of the children of Israel, but they are not the Israelites. They are the devil that the Bible speaks of, and they are the head tribe. Those people that call themselves Israelis come from the tribe of Amalek. They are the Amalekites. They are Esau's grandson. They don't believe in the Almighty, but they like the idea that they can be considered the children of God, the children of Israel, and the whole world is looking, well, not the whole world, the whole Western world is looking at them and saying, yeah, those are the children of God, but this is all, like I say, this is all, everything that they have done is coming to the light. Everything that they've done in the darkness is coming to the light. And people are seeing, the people around the world, the governments know who they are. They're the wicked. The so-called elites of the so-called white men know that they are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. But the people around the world are starting to see who these devils truly are. So they say, what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. There is no good in these white people. There is no good in these Edomites that are calling themselves white people, that are calling themselves Europeans, because they are the Edomites. It says, the counsel of the wicked is far from me. How often is the candle of the wicked put out? The Most High is getting ready to out that candle with the greatest show the world has ever seen, called the War of Armageddon. That's the name of the show that's coming. The War of Armageddon. The Lord is getting ready to put out his candle. How often cometh the destruction upon them? The Most High distribute his sorrows in his anger. They are a stubble before the wind and a shaft that the storm carries away. The Most High lays up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him and he shall know it. His eyes shall see his destruction. So we are going to see Esau's destruction. Lord willing, we make it and we are considered part of the elect. The children of Israel, the Lord's children, we've paid our price. We're going to witness his destruction. Lord willing, we make it, and we are considered part of the elect of Israel. His eyes shall see his destruction, and he shall drink of the wrath of the Almighty. All right? Man, that devil's going to drink so much wrath, so much. The Lord said that, give him the cup. The Lord, I gotta put it out. The Lord said, give it unto him double. Revelations 18. The greatest place where he's going to be destroyed is Babylon the Great, all right? Where does it say? Is it here? Yeah. Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she has filled, fill to her double. She gonna get double. She going to get double. The cup that she gave us, she gonna get double. It's as simple as that. And we, oh man, I tell you, there's so looking forward to this man's downfall, right? I'm so looking forward to this man's downfall. Truly, I just pray. I pray that I make it. I pray that the Lord has mercy on my soul and on the souls of my family, and that we make it. Because we want to see Esau drink out of the wine of the cup of the Most High's fierceness, right? Because the Most High is going to divide that city, Babylon the Great, into 3 parts, and he's gonna drink out of the cup. I think it's Revelation 16. The Lord said, Is it Revelation 16 I want? Yeah. It says, and the great city was divided into three parts. That's America, Babylon the Great. And the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon, the United States of America, which is the head of this wickedness, came into remembrance before the Most High to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. All praises to Jehovah by Shem Yahushai. So he's going to see his destruction, and we're going to see his destruction. All right. He says, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? Sorry, that wasn't it. Where was I? I was down here, verse 20. It says, his eyes shall see his destruction. Right? He's going to see his destruction, and we are going to see his destruction. Lord willing, we make it. All right. But it's for him to see his own downfall, and that is done by the greatest power, the only true power, which is Yahweh, Wahasham, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. And he shall drink up the wrath of the Almighty. And I showed you the cup he's going to drink out. For what pleasure has he in his house after him, when the number of his months is cut off in the midst? Shall any teach the Most High knowledge, seeing he judges those that are high? One dies in the full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. His breasts are full of milk, and his bones are moistured with marrow. And another dies in the bitterness of his soul. That's what you see happening in Palestine. They're dying in the bitterness of their soul, and never eateth with pleasure. Right? While the Edomites, they're dying in the full strength. They're living to the good old age. They've got all the technology, the best hospitals, and in these Edomite countries, the best technologies, the best doctors, and all these Edomite countries. You know, they're giving them the best foods and that. One dies in his full strength, being wholly at ease and quiet. That's Esau, the Edomites. His breasts are full of milk, wealth. That's his wealth. And his bones are moistured with marrow. And another dies. This is the poor, beaten, downtrodden. And this is us, the children of Israel. And this is happening to the Palestinians right now, right? In bitterness of his soul, and never eateth with pleasure. They shall lie down alike in the dust, and the worm shall cover them, because we all go to the grave, and all of our spirits go back to the Most High. We all go back into the ground, and all of our spirits go back to the Most High to sit in front of the judgment seat. It says, behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which ye wrongly imagined against me. For ye say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have you not asked them that go by the way, and do ye not know their tokens, that the wicked, which are the Edomites, the so-called white man, is reserved to the day of destruction, the war of Armageddon, World War III, ultimately when the nuclear missiles are fired and the chariots of the Lord and the angels turn up. The wicked, which is the so-called white man, the Edomites, is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right? Who shall declare his way to his face, and who shall repay him what he has done? Yet shall he be brought to the grave ultimately, and shall remain in the tomb. The clods of the valley shall be sweet unto him, and every man shall draw after him. Because all of the nations are going to celebrate when this devil goes down. And there are innumerable before him. How then comfort ye me in vain, seeing in your answers there remaineth falsehood? So we understand, right? This man is living in vain, and everything he's talking is falsehoods and lying. That's how he's living, right? But we know his end. We know his end. Right now, those Arabs don't really understand the end of this man. They don't really understand that he is the wicked. The Persians do. The Iranians know that he's the devil. That's why they call him the devil. They know he's the devil, the greatest deceiver that's ever seen. But these Arabs don't know this yet. But they're going to realize this when themselves draw up their arms to come up against this devil, right? To come up against these Edomites. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I just really wanted to bring that to the forefront, just to give you a bit more understanding that these people are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. So shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom.